It is time for the Thursday edition of Litter Media Live, the Daily Show with the icon, Mike Smith. I'm Dan Ramey.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Good morning, Aaron.
We forgot to give Aaron a microphone.
We were going to do that?
Yeah.
Want me to run one over to him? I got one.
No, he can come get it.
Okay.
He's younger.
I was going to say there's one on the floor, too. If
Come grab this microphone. Yeah.
We just need to know which one you're using here.
Yeah, it's
3 or 4? 4? He's going to use 4.
4 is the one he's picking up is number 4 there.
Yes,
so,
sir.
yeah, there we go. Say hi, Aaron.
Hi, Aaron.
There we go. So now when you refer to him, then we can actually get him involved.
We have our own Bo Snerdley, like the Rush had for
Rush
many years.
Yeah. Did I just say Rush Limbaugh?
Limbo. Yeah. Well, he's been gone for a
Rush
few years.
Limbaugh.
Yeah.
Who's no longer in limbo because we know where he is. He's planted somewhere.
Yeah.
So, not even sure where
He was from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, but I don't know if that's where they laid him to rest or down in Florida. But
yeah. And for those who had never heard of Cape Girardeau, the first place I ever heard of it was when he would talk about it on his show, and then that's where the Frontier League championship game was played here a couple of years ago that the Paints won and beating the Fish. Aren't they the Fish?
the Marlins?
No, they're the Cape Cod.
Oh, you're talking about
not Cape Cod, but the Cape
Girardeau. Not real sure about that.
Or maybe they were the Pistol Shrimp.
Not the carp.
I can't remember them all now. Yeah.
I don't know if the carp ever got a honor to be named for her team. They're one of those other fish, you know. Oh, well.
We have no design plan to start this show, and it probably goes to show you right there, or it shows to go you, whichever the case may be. All right, coming up in a moment to look at news topics for the day, also a look at sports. A little bit later on today at noon, we'll have our Litter Media Game of the Week preview show, so we'll talk about that coming up in sports and this date in history. Where is the Litter Media Wayback Machine taking us to?
I can't tell you, because if I do, it's a dead giveaway.
Oh, okay. Must be a monumental date. All right, all that and more coming up, but we always start off with a look at what's going on with our forecast. So how is the weather shaping up for us?
Yeah, sunny and warmer today and tomorrow. We appeared to have had a little bit of overnight rain in Frankfurt. Did you guys?
Yeah, we had a little under a quarter inch, but man, it sounded like it was coming down at an inch at a time. Maybe it's because I haven't heard it rain for a while.
Yeah, I don't think we got nearly that much, but I noticed the pavement was wet when I was looking out this morning. But we're looking for a high today, 76, which is a warm-up from what we've had. Low tonight, 48, and then looking for the weekend, a chance of rain, about a 60% chance of showers on Saturday, cooler with a high of 68, then back down to 57 for a high on Sunday.
It's that time of the year.
Yes.
Roller coaster temperatures. All right, coming up in a moment to look at what's making news for us today. But first, this from Scioto Valley Dumpsters. I shared this post on our Facebook page last night. It says, we're more than just dumpster rentals. Now offering full-service cleanouts, bulk material delivery, and customized debris and brush removal. So if you want to get it done, or as it says here, if you want it gone, we'll get it done. Give them a call, 740-253-8389. That's 740-253-8389. Tell Carl, Dan, and Mike sent you. News is next.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
You asked, we delivered. New Mike's Hard Lemonade Zero Sugar. Zero sugar. Amazing taste. Years in the making. Now that's a drink worthy of the name Mike.
Don't forget you can get news at littermedia.com, also on Litter Media Radio with the voice of Mike Smith. And he's going to tell you about the news stories right now.
I hear you on there some too.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the guy that we were calling on a little bit earlier, Aaron Glandon, he was up in Lancaster yesterday at the Fairfield County Fair. And Aaron, I'll let you describe what you put together yesterday.
Well, it was Tuesday. It wasn't yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And I got some clips. They had a donkey dash going on, as you can see here on the screen. A lot of little kids running and racing their donkeys against each other. And you can see up here later some of the donkeys get away from the kids, and it looks like a good time.
Have you ever been to a donkey dash before?
Not prior to Tuesday.
Wow.
So this was an experience that will forever live in your memory bank.
Absolutely.
We've talked often about donkey basketball and how there's always that one donkey that likes to show itself and doesn't want to move.
Yeah.
Did you have any of that action? Did they
Some
all
of them
just
were
go
slower
scatter?
than others, but they were all moving.
Very cool.
Did you have any
Look at 'em go.
anything to eat while you were there?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, come on. That's the thing about going to the fair, right?
He spent his money on getting in.
Oh,
And-
is that right?
Yes.
Wouldn't give him a media pass, huh? Oh, wow. Well,
We'd hoped that the fact that he had Litter Media on his shirt that would get him in.
I
But,
gotcha.
It wasn't enough.
no.
okay.
So
But the fair there in Lancaster, that goes through Saturday, correct?
That sounds right.
I believe, right?
Yes.
14th.
The 14th.
Yeah.
and this video, you can see it in its entirety on our YouTube channel.
Very good.
Well done.
Litter Media Special Edition. Yesterday, Dan talked with Pickaway County's new library director, Drew Witcherman, who came to Circleville from the Tip City Public Library. Witcherman is a member of the Ohio State Library Board and talked about how the public library has changed over the years.
It is amazing to see all the different ways that libraries have pivoted to whether it's the digital technologies, the increasing ebook collections, you name it, libraries have found a way to get it done. And if it was distributing COVID tests, the state government said, who are the people that can get things out to the public? That was the state library, or that was the libraries.
So that interview can also be found on our social media page. Did Michelle Callahan come down with him? Or
She did, but she says, I'm off camera. I'm the driver today.
Yeah.
So
Michelle had been down on the program, 4 or 5 months ago when she was serving at that time as the interim director.
And now she's the chauffeur, and she is showing him all the neat places to eat around Pickaway County. And she did not realize that they had driven through Skunk Holler.
Oh.
And she looked at me like, where's Skunk Holler? And she's a Westfall girl.
Oh, my.
And I said, well, you're right on the cusp of
should have
Skunk
known,
Holler.
yeah. How about that? Well, it was good having them. And again, that is the program you can find on our social media page. You've had another special edition this morning with the law.
Yes. In fact, when you pull into the parking lot and they're standing outside the door, it's as if they were looking for me. And that was not the case. So they were looking for me to do the interview, but not looking for me for another reason. But visited with Sergeant Bobby Brown and also Trooper Corey Cottrell, who's a Huntington kid, and had an opportunity to talk with him about School Bus Safety Week and the importance of this week and really the importance of people paying attention when they're on the roadway.
Well, I think that the biggest thing is just pay attention. Everyone drives in the mornings or on their way home. They understand that school buses are going to be out. They usually see them every day. I think just being aware of your surroundings and just slowing down and taking your time, getting where you're going.
One thing that we talked about off the air was why they have it in October. I mean, you would think they would have back-to-school bus week around back-to-school time, but for whatever reason, this is when it usually is across the state. So,
And as is always the case, anytime we have a special edition, you can find that interview. If you didn't catch it when it went out live, you can go back and look at it on both our Facebook and later on our Litter Media YouTube sites.
correct.
The Downtown Chillicothe Business Partnership and the Chillicothe-Ross Chamber of Commerce bringing the annual Downtown Trick or Treat back. Now, we told you about this earlier, but there were more details that came out this week as far as the specifics. This will be Saturday, October 28th from 4 to 6 p.m. with the annual J.C.'s Halloween Parade beginning at 7. Now, the downtown streets will be closed at 3:45 p.m. that day to allow for safer trick-or-treating as well as the parade preparation. Parking for parents of the trick-or-treaters that afternoon, now don't confuse this with the October 31st evening trick-or-treat. This is for the Saturday afternoon. You can park down in Yaktangi Park or the city municipal lots. Parking will not be available on the parade route after 3:45 that day.
And you do not want to miss the parade. No matter what you've got going on, get downtown October 28th for the parade. You are going to see a parade entry that will blow you away. People will be talking about this for days afterwards, and you don't want to miss out on it. You don't want to be one of those people saying, oh, man, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah.
You got to be there October 28th.
And that parade, of course, gets underway at 7 p.m. Mm-hmm. Ohio University Chillicothe faculty, staff, and students are invited to participate in a Project Dawn training on Wednesday, October the 25th, with sessions from 10 a.m. until noon or from 2 to 4 p.m. in the Stevenson Center Commons. If you want to attend, and again, that is for staff, faculty, and students only, you need to RSVP to Beth Tilley at ohio.edu, and you need to do that by October the 23rd. Veterans are invited to attend a Veterans Day Assembly on November 10th at 8:45 a.m. in the Westfall High School Gymnasium up in Pickaway County. Again, veterans from around the school district, in the school district and around the area are invited to attend that. A perfect time of year for cozy campfires. But don't forget the safety tips, such as use an existing fire ring and build your fire 15 feet away from your tent. And always extinguish the fire when you're done and never leave your campfire unattended. That message from the Ohio State Parks and Watercraft.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
That's what some big furry guy told me years ago, and it wasn't Dan. Our road report takes us south into Scioto County. Work has begun for a project that will perform repairs on multiple bridges on Lamp Black Road and McEltree Road in Shawnee State Forest. The impacted roads will be closed for this construction, and that work is going through this fall. And that is a look at our topics for the day.
All right. Sports up ahead in just a moment. And this state in history, which is completely under wraps, because Mike says if we give you a teaser, it gives it all away.
As soon as I give you the date, it's going to be, I know what this is.
Well, we can give you the date. It's October 12th.
A year.
The year is the key right there. All right, sports just ahead. Accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing. Aaron and I were sitting here a while ago, and there was on the door. And it was so funny. It's like, remember the Saturday Night Live bit where the
Land Shark.
Only it was accurate heating and cooling here. And I thought it was a bit. I thought, are they pulling a prank on us? Did you get that feeling?
No.
He didn't get that feeling.
You don't remember Land Shark, probably.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about right now.
He's too young. Joe.
These young kids. So they was coming in to change the filter. And he says, by the way, how do you like it? Was it cool when you got that air conditioner? Because he was here during the installation process. Yes, indeed. So if you have an issue, Accurate can solve it for you. Your trusted comfort advisor. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it will take you right to Accurate's website where you can learn more about Accurate heating, cooling, and plumbing. Sports next.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Time for sports. Postseason stuff is starting to take shape. We had the drawings and all, but conference championships. We had some volleyball and soccer yesterday. What about today?
Well, actually promoting tomorrow's conference championship as our Litter Media Game of the Week on Litter Media Radio. No worse than a share of the SVC football championship is on the line between Unioto at Paint Valley. That's our broadcast game at 6:50. We'll be talking about that on our preview show at noon today right here at Litter Media Live. Dan, you talked to both coaches.
I did. So you'll hear from Matt Hoops again, as well as Corey Dye from Paint Valley. And I think both of these teams have strengths. You don't know what the weaknesses are really in any fashion. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to is what happens in the trenches, because those Unioto Shermans, they're big up front. So's Unioto, or so is Paint Valley. And Paint Valley's got the running attack with Robertson. Mm-hmm. Hoops has the throwing attack with Newton and Carson Free. He's a decent receiver as well for Paint Valley. So this is going to be one of the games you won't want to miss.
We'll talk about some of those strengths and weaknesses in a little less than an hour from now on our preview show. Turning to girls tennis, South Point's Meredith Riley won her 4th consecutive girls district tennis championship for singles. She qualified for the state tournament, and Minford's Miranda Johnson was the runner-up. Now, Olivia Emery and Jenna Jackson of Marietta won the girls' doubles to advance to the state tournament. Also there, Minford was the district runner-up. Going to boys soccer, Fairfield Union won the Mid-State League Buckeye Boys Soccer Championship last night, and they did it in convincing fashion with an 11-0 win over Circleville. Most of the regular season volleyball seasons closed tonight with the last area undisputed conference title up for grabs, with Unioto hosting Huntington. A Unioto win gives them the title outright, as you might have seen on our website story earlier this week. They've already clinched a share. The only way that Adena can share is if Huntington beats Unioto and Adena knocks off Piketon. And then Adena, as is the case with Unioto. Tournament actually starts on Saturday, Division II and Division IV. It's not a full load, but I think there's 4 D2 matches on Saturday afternoon, and there's only 1 Division IV, and then everybody jumps in the pile next week with soccer and volleyball tournament play. And then, of course, the boys and girls state golf tournament involving our area teams. That starts tomorrow. The practice round is today, but we'll tell you more about what is going on tomorrow as far as our local athletes participating. We haven't talked much about Major League playoffs, baseball. Mm-hmm. I just happened to tune in last night to the Arizona-Los Angeles game. It was 0-0 in the third, and Arizona proceeds to hit 4 solo homers, which is a Major League Baseball record for the postseason. And then one guy, I think I was telling you one guy, it was either the third or fourth one, the umpires motioned fair, but when they looked at it again, they said it was foul. But then on the 2 pitches later, he hits it out again. So 4 home runs. They sweep the 100-win Dodgers in 3 straight.
And the Orioles had 100 wins, and they got swept by the Texas Rangers.
Wow. So I guess that the Reds could say, hey, if we'd have made it, it could have been us, but they didn't make it. So
yeah, and the Reds had success against the Rangers. Mm-hmm. They swept the Tampa Bay Rays, mm-hmm. which also have been bounced out of the playoffs. Just amazing. And Houston, I think, is still alive, but didn't the Reds sweep Houston?
Yeah, down there. So, next year's our year.
Is that too much parity? Is that the deal?
Yeah.
And you look at the Brewers, who controlled the Reds, and then they got bounced.
Yeah. Something I forgot to mention, Aaron, sorry if I didn't get this image to you. The Columbus Blue Jackets open regular season play tonight against Philadelphia, and how about that note, they're opening with the Flyers, who's now coached by their former coach, John Tortorella. I like Coach Tort because he just told you what he thought. I wouldn't want to be a reporter covering that beat, but he just told you the way it was.
I'm sure he'll be welcomed back to Gracefully.
Yeah. So that's tonight up at Nationwide. Yeah.
Hey, thanks to folks watching today. Aunt Ruth is watching, so or Grandma Ruth, if Aaron wants to say hi to Grandma Ruth. Better turn. Let me turn your microphone back on. I'm sorry, I had you turned off.
You had me muted?
I did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go
Hey,
ahead,
Grandma
sir.
Ruth.
Yeah, there you go.
I had him muted because I've taught every broadcast student that every microphone is an open microphone. So I don't want them to get in trouble.
I got you.
So that was for your own protection, Aaron. Yeah. But also Jamie Coolwine, Doug Lowe, Go Browns, and Bart Hernstein watching today.
Hey, Bart. How you doing?
Bart. Thank you. All right, coming up, this date in history. We can't tell you until it's time to watch, because Mike says it'll give it away.
As soon as I give the date, it'll just, yeah, of course.
It's going through my brain now what it could be.
Okay.
I better not, man. I'll be wrong. I know I will be. So, is it 1776?
No.
Okay.
But it's just as obvious when you hear the year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll discuss right after this.
It's time to get serious about your lawn. It's time to step up to the best mower brand money can buy. For nearly 4 decades, Skag has been the easy choice for lawn care professionals. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best when it comes to mowing your lawn. There's sure to be a Skag model that's perfect for your yard, big or small. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. Visit your local Skag dealer today. Skag, simply the best.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
Mike has divulged to me what the date is.
He went, oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, you're right. That is pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
really.
Today's This Date in History with Mr. History, Mike Smith.
I'll just give you the date and you tell me what happened. 1492.
Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Mm-hmm. Is there more to that poem? I can't
There
remember.
is,
either.
but I
I'm like you. That's where
far.
it stops right there.
Yeah.
After sailing across the Atlantic Ocean, Italian explorer Christopher Columbus,
Or Christoph Colombo, which was his actual name,
sights a Bohemian island on this date, which of course is October 12th, not Monday like the federal government makes every holiday.
Did you say Bohemian? Is it Bahamian?
Bahamian, yes.
Okay.
That would be Germany, Bohemian.
I was thinking Bohemian Rhapsody.
Rhapsody, yeah. Believing he had actually reached East Asia, his expedition went ashore the same day and claimed the land for Isabella and Ferdinand of Spain, who sponsored his attempt to find a Western Ocean route to China, India, and the fabled gold and spice islands of Asia. So this might be the first time in history that going the wrong way actually pays big dividends, except if you were the Native Americans at the time.
Can you imagine you've landed someplace and you think you know where you are, and then the folks who are there start speaking, and it's not what you were expecting. For instance, I was expecting to hear them speak Chinese. That's not what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I wonder how long it took him to realize, oops, went the wrong way. Yeah.
And if they couldn't see what the globe looked like at that time, so here you are, you've sailed for days to get over there, and then you stray off the mark. I mean, you're going south, and you boom into this wonderful tropical location, which is now a vacation spot for a lot of folks.
Exactly.
I just and then would they continue to venture on over to the other side of the land that they got to say, oh, well, there must be more over there.
Right. Yeah. How far did they go inland? But yeah, all that started on this date in 1492. I'm sure there were other things that happened in 1492 on this date, but that probably is the biggie.
Yeah. Well, this was his opportunity to say, hey, I didn't fall off the edge of the earth like everybody thought I was going to.
There's dragons and everything waiting on me over there, yeah.
And dragons.
Sea serpents, yeah.
I don't know that I've heard that.
Oh, you've never seen the old maps where they had like a sea serpent sticking up over the edge of the globe, like it was going to swallow you up?
Yeah, I guess so. I just had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, that's it for the program today. No radio bit because I just said, I got nothing.
Well, we got another show here.
We got that
minutes,
too.
yeah.
So we have to be prepared for the.
And you were busy this morning with other shows. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good thing we got a producer now.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody will actually work.
Yeah, I was actually, before I came over here, I was working on something I've been putting off for several months because I haven't had time to do it. Thank you, Aaron, for giving me extra time to be able to do stuff.
There you go.
You're welcome.
We got a thumbs up there.
Absolutely.
Just like Mr. Hand used to do.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Mike, I was actually here before Dan this morning.
He was.
My gosh. Oh, my gosh.
In fact, when I let the troopers in, which sounds, again, odd.
There was no raid or anything.
When I let them in, I looked at them both. I said, I know I set the alarm last night. And then I got up here.
And
he was. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah. You didn't see his car sitting out there?
Well, I did, but there were so many cars out there, that, and I didn't see a cruiser. And I thought, well, maybe they didn't drive the state patrol car.
Maybe they hitchhiked over.
Yeah.
What would happen if a state patrolman had to hitchhike? Yeah. Would you pick him up?
Yes. Yes, I would do that.
All right.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the program today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to our sponsors as well for making this show possible. And when we return at 12 o'clock, we'll be talking Paint Valley and Unioto football. That's all coming up here on Litter Media. Thanks for watching.